Morning friends. So today is 15th of July 2021 और अभी हम लोग स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं एक epic journey which is quite unplanned in nature, and our trip is going to last for about 2000 kilometers over next 3 days. Yes, this time I am actually in Kolkata for a very specific purpose, which is to take this beauty, my Thunderbird, back to Bangalore. I know many of you would be feeling कि ये क्या कर रहा है, सब कुछ छोड़ छाड़ के फ्लाइट में आ गया और बाइक को राइड करके वापस जाएगा विदाउट एनी पर्पस। बट वो जो चीज़ है ना, अपने व्हीकल के ऊपर जो प्यार है, वो प्रॉबली मेरे को खींच लाई। एंड देयर वर सम रीजंस फॉर इट एज वेल। व्हेन यू पार्क योर बाइक फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम ड्यूरिंग लॉकडाउन, और अगर ये ना चले तो देन वी रन इनटू लॉट ऑफ इश्यूज, एंड परहैप्स दैट्स द motivation for me to come here and take it back. Time now is about 4:30. I'm already late by about half an hour, and there is a long way to go. So, without wasting much time, let's get on with the journey. So, as I told you, that this is going to be quite an impromptu trip. There is going to be a lot of improvisations as we move ahead in our journey onwards towards Bangalore. But such kind of an impromptu trip always has a fun of its own. As I speak to you now, probably by looking at the title, you guys must have realized that where I am headed to and where I have reached. However, trust me, when I am riding here right now in this pitch black darkness, I don't have any rooms booked. I don't have any plans. I only know one thing, that मैं बहुत अरसे के बाद राइड कर रहा हूँ and I'm going to enjoy my ride. With that kind of a mindset, it's time for me to leave Kolkata, and a customary shot is being shot at the second Hooghly Bridge. That's the exit point of Kolkata. So my plan would be to cover till Vishakhapatnam. That's an ambitious plan which I have started. But if I am not able to do that, probably I'm going to break this journey into three parts, each being 600 change kilometers. So please keep watching till the end. Perhaps the biggest pain point of this trip was when I filled up the tank with about 14 liters of fuel in it. That costed me a whopping 1400 rupees, and the petrol prices here in the state of West Bengal was nearing about 101.25 Indian rupees. That was a record in its own. However, that was not a dampening of the spirit for us. With the highways, fast open highways, as I say, and we were already on the Kolkata Chennai route, NH16, there was no looking back. Perhaps the only thing left for us to do was to hold on to our nerves and set the cruise control on.
यहाँ पे ना बहुत सारा प्रोटेस्ट चल रहा है, पता है ना। हम लोगों ने अभी तक ऐसे 3 ब्लॉकेट देखे, तो वी हैव टू टेक दिस सर्विस रोड एदिকে আছে চলে तो अरे माँ। बट प्रॉब्लम क्या हो रहा है पता है, वी आर नॉट एक्चुअली फाइंडिंग द रूट कॉज ऑफ दिस प्रोटेस्ट, बिकॉज for what they are protesting, that is actually written in Odia. Unnecessarily, see that it is simple. कोनो माने नहीं. We are suspecting that this is because of maybe the rising fuel prices and all, but I'm not sure how much paisa would actually decrease because of this. But what is for sure is that there is a lot of pain that somebody has to kind of bear.
With a fantastic run of about 223 kilometers from Kolkata until Balasore, we kind of encountered a lot of road blockages in Orissa. Later, we realized that these were actually protests held by the left parties in India because of the rising fuel prices. The demand was justified, but the pain that an individual has to go through was immense compared to it. Little did we knew at this time that we were eventually running through, or rather riding through, a state which is kind of in a half-day band. But that has a blessing in disguise. You see the roads which are otherwise overcrowded with people as well as the vehicular traffic is now completely empty. And we had a long stretch of highways, I would say rather long stretch of open highways wherein we can maintain a very good cruising speed. With that said, and again back on the cruise control, we decided to stop next at Chilika. By this time, we already had our lunch after Balasore, and we had already crossed Bhubaneswar and all other major cities in Odisha, and we were heading towards the Andhra Pradesh border in Berhampur. With the glimpse of small hills of the Eastern Ghats range slowly starting to pop up in front of our eyes, we kind of decided on a benchmark on to decide whether we should continue on to Visakhapatnam or not. The benchmark was set that if we reach Gopalpur on time, which is during the day, right? So then we will take a chance of covering additional 250 kilometers onto Visakhapatnam. But with the pace we were maintaining, it was blisteringly fast, and it was about 2:30 p.m. when we were nearing Ramba, that is the first viewpoint of Chilika. At this pace, we anticipated to reach Gopalpur by 3:30 p.m. and we should be in Visakhapatnam by 8 p.m. in the night, which is still unacceptable, although not recommended to ride in the pitch black darkness on this beautiful highway.
तो बहुत देर से ढूंढने के बाद एक पेट्रोल पंप मिला रिलायंस का। 5 मिनट दाঁড়াই हाँ ये देखो आगे ट्रेन जा रहा है, देखा फुल टैंक। एक सेकंड उतरना पड़ा। कितना है इधर प्राइस? 103 फुल टैंक का। कार्ड चलेगा ना? कार्ड.
Time was about 6:30 p.m. and we had already entered the state of Andhra Pradesh. This time the diversions were over and the roads had been buttery smooth. Although it was not as empty as it was in Odisha, and this road had a few amount of vehicles in it. However, due to the COVID lockdown, the highway was far from being crowded. At this time, we decided to take a small break somewhere near to Srikakulam, which is about 100 odd kilometers outside Vishakhapatnam. The hotels were booked right at this point of time, and we knew that we were going to Vishakhapatnam. This was probably the longest that I have ridden on a motorcycle, which was near to about a 900-kilometer journey in one single day. And that too, we did manage to beat Google Maps by not even overspeeding or not even going beyond 85 kilometers per hour anytime during our trip. So, the main mantra of this is the average speed that we had maintained. We took very less breaks and we took pretty much short breaks whenever we stopped. And that's perhaps probably helped us to cover such a long distance, about half of the journey from Kolkata to Bangalore in one single day. So, friends, if you have liked this video, and rather if you have watched this video till now, please do consider liking it. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe to it so that you get notified on all future uploads and we stay connected together. Of course, if you have a feedback or any suggestion, please do leave out your thoughts in the comment section, and I'm sure I will be responding to you as and when I get time. And by the way, I do have an Instagram handle as well that is coming up now on your screen. Please do consider following me there as well. I put some awesome pictures there whenever I get time and whenever I am on the roads. So it was time for Vishakhapatnam, and again we were back on the cruise control.